Hey there, Brady here with your daily tennis lesson. So we're looking at power killers this week, and today we're looking at the serve. I got 3 things that are killing a lot of your power. Obviously, there's other issues that could be going on, but we're going to look at the 3 today that I think are the most important for you guys out there to kind of fix in order to maximize power on your serve. I think you all out there would agree the serve is the last shot that we want to be losing power on. So these are extremely important. All right, so the first is this idea that the shoulders are staying a little bit too level, straight across when we're going in to hit the ball. All right, so I'm going to demonstrate that now. Watch my shoulder line. You're not going to see my left shoulder kind of get up in the air where the right shoulder's dropping. They're going to stay more straight across. Yeah, and it's almost hard to do that for me because it's so second nature to get this angled position with my shoulders. All right, so there's the fix. We want the lead shoulder, the front shoulder, to be getting more up into the air where that back shoulder's dipping. And I think the reason for this is very clear. This adds power because of how much more we're focused on going up into contact. Power is going to occur at higher points generally because then we can hit down into the tennis court. Look at John Isner. Do we think that he has an advantage serving for power? Of course. So for the club level player to be going out and maybe not be 6'10", we have to efficiently put ourselves in a position where we're really working up to the ball. So notice now in a standard service motion, you're going to see my front shoulder get to there as I'm tossing the ball. And now I've got this really nice, it's probably a 45-degree angle, I would think, you know, from front shoulder to back shoulder, and it just sets me to really go up. One thing to add on that shoulder lean is the front hip. All right, we're gonna add power if we feel like we're popping that front hip into the court, because that, as you can see, really helps this idea of the shoulders. If I keep the hips level, I have to work pretty hard to get that left shoulder higher. So let's combine the idea of getting into that 45-degree angle with a little help from the left hip, and the result is miles different. All right, so that's a really clear picture that we want to have more of that vertical look in the body as we're going to go up and hit the ball. Okay? All right, now, second power killer is the position that we're dropping the racket into right before we start to work up to the ball. And the way I'm going to describe this, the mistake that's being made, is that the drop behind my back is too shallow. Okay? So if I swing up into trophy pose, and then I don't deliver the racket much farther below maybe my shoulder blades, it's shortening the length of the stroke. Power's going to come from longer, more fluid swings. All right, so we got to make sure that when we drop the racket right before we go up, we're really letting it dip down behind us. Okay, take a look at one where I try to leave it a little more shallow up here, just kind of between my shoulder blades. Yeah, it's just awkward for me to even try to do. It's almost like I'm forcing my shoulder to stop moving to leave the racket shallow, stiffening me up. That's going to kill power. All right, so I think you'll notice when I actually go through a full motion and I get this loop occurring down behind my back, my racket head's dipping probably below my waist. All right, the proof is there in the footage. If I get that racket really dipping down, it's creating a longer path to the ball for me to generate speed. That translates to power. All right, let's have a look. We'll go one more there. Get you guys a nice clear picture. Maybe slow-mo this one. All right. So that's a really key idea. Start to lengthen out the drop in the backswing. Now, third, and this is the term that everybody knows they're supposed to use to hit for power, which is pronation. So I'm sure a lot of you out there have seen some of my other videos, even with just pronation being the focus. And you're saying to yourself, well, Brady, I'm pronating. How come I'm not seeing a significant amount of power in my serve? It's when is the pronation occurring is a really key question for you to be able to answer. A lot of times these serves that are losing power and yet the motion is including pronation, the pronation is occurring too early in the move to the ball. Okay, so what I mean by that is as the racket starts to move up, what I should be doing is leaving the racket on edge. This edge should be leading as long as possible before pronating in the last foot of my swing before contact occurs. When pronation occurs in here, you can see I've already taken the racket from the edge leading to having pronated. Now I'm covering this last bit of distance between pronating to the ball, and that's going to make me lose power. Have a look. Okay, again, really awkward for me to even try to do that because it's just not natural for me, but I feel a loss of power as I'm trying to pronate that racket much earlier than it should be occurring. So let's have a look. Notice how long I hold on to the racket's leading edge before starting to turn those strings down on the ball. That was a big serve. Okay, so pronation is obviously extremely key. Just know exactly when it should be occurring. Again, this is practice. You know, hold off till the last possible second, and you're going to feel that real snap that everybody talks about, rather than this gradual long opening that's not going to provide this big impact at the ball. All right, so take those level shoulders, get them more into that upright front side position. Make sure that the drop of the racket's not occurring too shallow, but really allow it to dip down to lengthen the stroke, and then time your pronation better. You're going to see a lot bigger impact on these serves, translating to more power. All right, so that's all I got for you. Hope that was super helpful. Please click like below this video, and if you have not subscribed to our channel yet, please do so, as well as check down below me in the description of this video. You're going to find the link to 3 free courses Mark and I have put together. I think you'll find those really helpful as well. All right, so until next time, be well, and we'll see you soon at Daily Tennis Lesson.